Sup guys, Hollywood here. Thought I'd check in as the year starts to roll out. Man, it's been hot the last couple of weekends, but we are coming to the close. I've got a couple of voiceover sessions left on my plate and a couple of last events to bag and tag. So this last weekend was the final round of the Lowveld Enduro Championship Series. Very, very cool event, very cool series. Maybe just battling for numbers in the last couple of rounds with it getting close to Roof of Africa. Remember, a lot of the guys that go out and race on the Lowveld Tour are getting themselves ready to go up and play in Lesotho as well. Let's cut to the chase. The big win and finally back from injuries. He's been out for, it feels like a long time. I don't think it's much longer than 3 months though. But Dwayne, who was in shape, Dwayne Kleynhans, probably going to be able to go for the 2018 National Enduro title. He was looking very solid the first couple of rounds, and then an injury caught up with him, had to take it out, had to go shopping, had to get the staples in, and he's all good to go. Proof that he's in good shape. Walks away with the final win of the series. Had to hand over the title though. Barent Erasmus was crowned at the previous round as your now champion of 2018 for the Lowveld Enduros. So that's going to set him up nicely. He's been number 2 for the last couple of seasons, and it very much has been a war between Barent and Dwayne. Dwayne takes the final win, but the big crown goes to Barent. So big cheers from us here at Hollywood Hills to Barent Erasmus. He's obviously trying to get himself ready for Roof and what's coming up for him in 2019. He's talking about 3, maybe 4 trips over the pond to race some of the WSS. That's the World Super Enduro Championship Racing Series. It's what we used to know as the old Red Bull Championship Racing Series, where all the extreme athletes are out there. You know, you're talking about Taddy, Jarvis, Letty, all those guys have been out there swinging an axe and trying to get the job done. We spoke about 2017 and 2018 being the birth of the kids coming through, and it really does ring true. That statement, I'll stand by it as I said it at the beginning of the year. It might be the year that Jarvis is done. It certainly is the year that Jarvis has done as far as the championship goes, although we might see the old dog still swing a leg over the Husky. It was Husky though, and the upstart that got picked up, maybe not as a replacement for Jarvis, but certainly the future of the sport, and that's Billy Bolt. We saw him over here racing the Roof of Africa a couple of years ago. Not long after that, he got the big factory call-up to race on the Rockstar Husky squad alongside the big dog, Jarvis. And then this year, I think maybe the layout of the tracks or the way that the racing has become a little bit more intense. You're not out there for hours and hours and hours like you used to be. And I think that's really played into how the younger riders who are coming through the ranks are really starting to take it over. So for 2018, Billy gets in the big number 1 plate, and that's huge as well. The second half of the season has been very much dominated by Wade Young, but he just came to life a little bit too late in the season. You know, he took those big 3 wins on the bounce, but unfortunately was unable to chase after the championship. Wade's a massive threat going forward into next year, though. And we just want to say a big congratulations to Husqvarna, to Billy Bolt, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that WESS Championship Racing Series for 2019. It's very, very strong. The talent pool is huge, but realistically, there are about 5 guys that can take the title. The early part of the season was very much Johnny Walker. He looked like he was going to be the first champion of the series, but he too had to step out through 2 injuries. He's just come back, so he's going to be getting himself ready for the indoor season. You know, that's the European season where we come into winter. They have to go indoors into the stadiums, which means we start talking about Enduro Cross, the Maxxis World Enduro Cross Championship Racing Series. I need to mention that as well, because of the date change for Roof of Africa for 2018, there has been a clash with a lot of the premier athletes. I'll highlight this. We are keeping Wade and we are keeping Double T. So those are the guys that are going to be out here racing for Roof glory and trying to get the job done. Remember, Travis hasn't taken a Roof win. He is desperately trying to get that job done. Wade is just trying to bag and tag and get the tally going even higher. As far as the international riders goes that count, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing Bolt, Jarvis, Gomez, any of the factory pros are not going to come out because of the date clash that comes in line. It clashes with the opening round in Poland of the World Super Enduro Championship. So that's a little bit rough, and hopefully that's something that can be resolved going forward into 2019 and beyond. But for now, that's a nice, quick, tight Hollywood Hills, because really from now on, all we're doing is throwing forward to the Roof of Africa. I will tag a couple of the standout riders that will go up against Wade and Double T. But for now, those are the standout favorites. We have got a lot of local superstars who are either coming back from injury or are in great shape. But we'll talk about those guys going forward into next week. Now, Hollywood signs off by saying your inaugural WESS, that your World Extreme Enduro Champion, is Billy Bolt. We'll come back to you next week with a build-up to the Roof of Africa. Laters.